Today we're going to be talking about protein powders, and these are protein powders, most of which you can typically find in any store. I want to go on record by saying this. Almost all protein powders are the equivalent. People get so caught up in the protein powder that you take, thinking that they have some sort of magical properties. They don't. The reason that I have protein powder in my life, period, is that they're a convenient way to hit my protein goals. You do not need them. Some days I have protein shakes. Some days I don't. I've never used a particular protein powder for an entire year. I bought a brand, I've got different flavors, and then occasionally I switch it up. None of these are pivotal to your success in the gym. Hitting adequate protein every single day is pivotal to getting jacked, but a particular protein powder has nothing to do with it. Mike Israetel, he said once, asking a guy which protein powder they take is like asking someone who's overweight what their favorite fast food is. Do you go to Wendy's? Do you go to Pizza Hut? Because these are all pretty much equivalent. Having said that, I know that you guys want to hear from me and hear which whey protein powders I've used and I like, and I'm more than happy to do that and talk about some of them having advantages over other ones. But really, none of these are necessary for me to be successful at the gym, and I don't think any of them are a major contributor to my physique other than convenience and helping my hit protein goals. I'm gonna take another example. Rich Piana, he once said, go into a supplement store, close your eyes, spin around. Which one's the right protein powder? Whichever one you point to, because again, they're all pretty much the same. Some of these, the less reputable brands, the ones you've never heard of, they might be doing amino spiking, so they might not be accurate with what they're saying on the back of the label. So I would use a reputable brand. I would use something that's in national stores, and that's what I picked today. I picked brands that primarily I either have a high reputation, or I think 6 out of the 7 brands that I'm talking about, you can actually go to any grocery store. Matter of fact, Wegmans had all of these where I purchased it, not this flavor of Isopure, but they had every single one of these brands. Most of these brands I've seen them at Whole Foods, I've seen them at Costco. You can get these anywhere. So we're talking about protein powders. I'm gonna talk to you about my 7 favorite, and the reason why I picked 7 is because we also talked about 7 protein bars. So 7 protein powders that I like, among many others. So first and foremost, I'm gonna talk about PE Science, and the reason I'm starting with this is my #1 go-to protein powder right now. Why? Because I just like the taste and I like the texture of it. Again, that will change, and maybe 6 months I'll be using something else. One of the benefits I do think highly about this product is it really works very well for Ninja Creamy recipes, and it also has a delicious taste. I doubt that will change, like in terms of like me liking the taste of it. But again, you get sick of things you want to change. But the Ninja Creamy aspect, I think I'll always use this for any cooking recipes. In part because it's part whey, it's part casein, which is a slow digesting protein on top of a fast digesting protein, and casein is very helpful for cooking. So from a cooking aspect, I think this should be something you keep along, either this or Quest. I suggest using them for cooking. Macros are great on it, 120 calories, 23 grams of protein, but the taste is just bomb, and I'm really enjoying this protein powder right now. You do not have to use this, there's nothing magical, but right now, this is my go-to protein powder. Okay, #2 is Human Improvement, and this is the only one that you can't just go find in a grocery store. You have to get it on Amazon or you have to order it, but it's still readily available because it's on Amazon. This is in stark contrast to the PE Science or the Quest protein powder. This is a very adult tasting protein shake. If you're looking to just like pour chocolate syrup in your mouth when you're having your protein powder, this is not the one for you. It doesn't have a decadent taste. It's a very adult taste, but it has psyllium husk in it, and I love psyllium husk because it's high in fiber and because it has such health benefits for adults. So something like this, I might put like a little bit of like some cashew milk in there, maybe throw some fruit in there to just cover up the taste, because it's a very bland taste. It's also made with crickets. I know I lost like 70% of you when saying that. I don't care. Me personally, I've drank egg whites before. I don't care as long as it's good for me, but this is a very adult tasting protein powder. Why I like it, again, is it has psyllium husk in it. It's not for everyone. This has 140 calories, 21 grams of protein, and 4 grams of fiber, and that's the big factor in it, the fiber. F Factor is another protein powder where they have high fiber in it as well. But for me, this is my go-to high fiber protein powder. If I was traveling and I knew I was short on meals and I wanted to use a shake, this would be an option. If I was traveling and I knew that I needed to get both my protein and my fiber requirements in, I would use this. But it's not for everybody, but I do really love this brand, Human Improvement. Quest protein powder, this is like the gateway drug to protein powder. This is like where everybody should start their journey as long as they're not price sensitive. It's 110 calories, 24 grams of protein, and it tastes like a candy bar. So like I said, I love that analogy of like wanting to pour syrup in your mouth. This is even sweeter than PE Science. This is a little too sweet for me. My girlfriend at home, she loves it. So if you're general population or you're just starting your fitness journey, this is a really amazing option. Again, because it's that mixture, see it's a protein blend, whey protein, isolate, casein. Again, this is going to be a really good option for cooking. For me and my taste buds, I like PE Science, but I literally stole this container from home. Because my girlfriend loves it, this is what she typically uses in a protein shake. So for people with sweeter taste buds, I think this is a really great option. And Quest is just tried and true. It's a really reputable brand. So this is my third selection. And again, I got this at Wegmans today. I got this actually out of my pantry, but we buy it at Wegmans. Number 4 is Ascent. This brand's been around for a few years, but it just blew up. Everybody's talking about it, I feel like right now. It's in Costco, it's in Whole Foods, it's at Wegmans, it's all over the place. They reached out to me through my DMs. It's a major brand that's getting major push right now. And I think because it's an ultra clean and just a very conservative tasting protein powder. It's not highly decadent, but if you're kind of like an adult, but you don't want to eat crickets, and again, I'm not bashing the brand, but if you don't want to eat crickets or you don't want something really bland, this is a very adult tasting protein powder. So I think for people who've been on the fitness journey for a minute and they don't need something ultra sweet, this is a really good option. 120 calories, 25 grams of protein, more than obliterates the test, really high in protein, and just a really good tasting protein powder. I personally don't have this at home. We happen to have it here at Madison Ave, but I do really like the brand and I do support it, and I've talked about it before and I will talk about it. Optim Nutrition Gold Standard. I just want to say I love this brand and I've loved them for a long time. If you're price sensitive, this is the way to go. You can get this at Costco, especially when it's on sale. I think it's like 45 bucks for, what is this, a 6.5 pound bag? It's 80, yeah, this is 5.6 pounds and it's like $45 when it's on sale at Costco. Normally, I think it's just under 60 bucks at Costco. It's so affordable. I mean, 6 pounds, basically, like you can get it on sale for less than $10 a pound, which is dirt cheap when it comes to protein powder. I also think the brand's been around forever. It's really reputable. They've been under no scandals. So it's just a really right-priced brand. And so if you're price sensitive, this would really be the option that I would go to. During COVID, I bought like 10 of these bags in case there's any kind of protein scare. So I really worked my way through it, and I had like literally like 60 pounds of whey protein at my house, just making sure that I didn't ever lose my gains. I really do love this brand, and growing up, I didn't have money in high school. I didn't have money when I was working as a personal trainer. Starting out, I didn't have money, and so this was my go-to brand. And so I just have a lot of affinity for it, even though presently this isn't what I did pull it out of my counter, but typically now I buy PE size. Isopure. I love this brand because they have such unique flavors. In front of me is, what is this? Mango peach. Look, when it's summertime, we just got through summer, when it's summertime, do you really feel like working out, being nice and hot and having chocolate milk? Probably not. Do you really feel like having vanilla protein? Probably not. So I think Isopure is so innovative because they've always had these fruity flavors, especially the pre-made shakes. Have you ever had one of the pre-made, like they have like green tea, they have lemonade. They're absolutely refreshing. So I love this product during the summertime. The macros on it are bonkers, 110 calories, 25 grams of protein. I think of any product we looked at, this has the best protein to calorie ratio that we've talked about so far. But again, it's so minimal. That's not why I buy this. I buy this because of its unique flavors, and then it's a great option when it's hot outside and you don't want to drink a chocolate milkshake after you just killed yourself in the gym training legs. So that's why I love this product. Okay, final protein powder, Vega Sport. When you're looking for a plant-based protein, I think this is the go-to. 170 calories, 30 grams of protein. For a plant-based protein, this has probably some of the best macros in the game. There's a couple that are close. The other thing is that a lot of pea-based proteins, they're very high in metallics. So you want something that's in national chains like stores like Whole Foods or Sam's Club, things like this, because they're going to really get vetted and you're gonna know for a fact that they don't have a high level of metallics. When it comes to supplements, the FDA is very strange. They have to actually prove that there's something wrong with the product. So you want something that's really been vetted, and Vega Sport has been around for a minute. So if I was looking for a plant-based protein, this would be my go-to. Okay, I'm here at Madison Ave Strength Lab. I'm in the mean streets of Larchmont, New York, and we talked about protein powder today. Remember, it does not matter what protein powder you take. It doesn't matter. They're all relatively the same. However, I talked about ones that are very accessible. You can find them on Amazon or they're at stores. And the reason I did that is because I think they're vetted more heavily. Supplements is a dirty business. The FDA has to literally prove that something's wrong with them. So I gave you why I liked each of these protein powders. Having said all that, protein powder is really helpful to hit your protein goal, especially while you're traveling or especially when you're new at this and you're still learning how to hit protein every single day. I don't have a protein shake every day. Some days I accomplish my goal with just food, but many days I still rely on protein powder, and I talk to you about the brands that I buy and use. And a matter of fact, I own all 7 of these containers. 2 of them I went out and bought today specifically for this video, but I know that I'm gonna use them up and then I'm going to enjoy them at home. Thanks for joining me. If you like what you saw here, you can follow me on Instagram. That's where most of my following is. I'm also on TikTok. Please like and subscribe, and I appreciate you guys listening to me talk to you about protein powder.